welcome to episode 184 of the Knitting Samurai and Her Guys video podcast. I'm your host, Steph, and if you don't like a crooked screen, if that will bother you, this is not the podcast for you. I can never seem to get this level. Like, it looks sort of level to me, but it's good enough, right? So we are recording on location, and you get what you get when you go places and you do things like this. But I think it's beautiful, and I love the ocean behind us. So today we are on Pierce Island, which is part of Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and that's part of the United States if you're not from around here. And next to me is the Naval Shipyard, which is in both Maine and New Hampshire. We're right on the border. And over that way, I don't know how much you can see, but that's one of the bridges. There are two bridges. Actually, there's three bridges to get into Maine from New Hampshire from this point. And they're all these big, giant structures. So they're all different. They're not all the same. They're built at different time periods. So it's interesting construction for the boys. So not that I was ever interested in that, but my little guys find it interesting. So that's where we are. I'm Steph. I have a 6-year-old, almost 7-year-old, and a 4-year-old, and a husband, and I'm a stay-at-home mom with 3 cats. And Linus, my middle cat child, is not doing so well. He's lost 2 pounds, which he was an 8-pound cat. He's down to a 6-pound cat. That's a really big loss for him in the last 4 months. And we've done blood work several times, and the vet has just doing one more test. We're hoping it'll be his thyroid. He's 14, almost 15. So, no, he is. Anyways, so if you want to send prayers and wishes, he's my heart kitty. He's my boy. He's my shadow. He's always with me. And so to see him turning into a little skeleton is just heartbreaking. So, and I give him all the wet food he could ever want, and he's still turning into a little skeleton. So something's going on there. So hopefully it is hyperthyroid, and we can fix it. So, yay! All right. I hear splashings around me. There was a big group of ducks that were by. Oh, they're still there, right there. No, you're not zoomed in, and I don't think I can zoom you in on this view. You can see 2 of the things I love about Pierce Island. First, there's a school of ducks, like a giant school, group, herd, I don't know what to call them, mamas, babies, everybody. And then behind them, they're actually in the seaweed right now, but behind them is one of the ferry boats that does a cruise around the shore and gives you all the historic landmarks and where naval battles were fought or refueled. We did it once. I really want to do it again. But I love those. It's so much fun. So, anyways, okay, let's talk about knitting. 4 minutes in. First up. Okay, so I've been doing a lot of baby sweaters, and I don't want to bore you with all those. So I've got shawl progress, socks, a couple baby sweaters, and I'll tell you right now up front, I am 46% of the way towards completing my 5K for Stash Dash. Probably not gonna happen. But I'm still trying. I'm pulling out oldies and finishing them off. And so this is one that I pulled out to finish off. So this is Michael's brand yarn. It's Cairn Cakes, I believe. So this was one skein of yarn, and I just played with color management to make it look like that. So this will fit I think a 2T size. And it's really, really super cute. You can see the stripes and the contrast coral collar, raspberry down the end. So this is just a out of Stephanie's head kind of sweater, but yeah, super cute. It needs to be blocked, but it was missing sleeves, and one sleeve. I had one finished and was missing one, so I picked it up one day this week and I added on a sleeve, second sleeve. So that was done. That counted towards my Stash Dash. I knit it on size 6s or 7s, I'm not sure. I knit let's see, do the sleeves look the same? That'll tell us. Yes, no. So I knit it on 7s, as always, a helicopter. And can you guys see it? No, you can't. It's hairish. I knit it on size 7s, and then I knit the second sleeve on size 6s, so it's fine. Close enough. But I can tell a little difference. Ooh, big waves. Big waves. I hope this sounds good. There doesn't seem to be any wind. So, other than that bit of sun in my face there, let's get rid of that. Okay, so the other baby sweater I finished this week, you saw it last week. So this is a little Henley, 12-month size. Same yarn, knit on size 7, so it's really squishy, really just dense and warm, and I want one of these to snuggle up in, but to knit my size it would weigh a ton, but in a little guy size, oh, it's so cute. I love the chartreuse, so we have 3 buttonholes. I gotta sew on the buttons. But that's done, so that counted. And then it's gonna be a short show, guys. The third one, so this is one I pulled out. I had been knitting this as a dress. I don't think I ever I don't know if you ever saw this because I worked on it in January, so probably not. I was trying to make this into a Henley dress, but it didn't go so well. Like, I made the increases on both sides and it just looked like a triangle. I should have done it more like a dress and done the increases all the way around evenly, but here's this one, same yarn again because I like it. Knit on size 7s. I figured it out on this one, and I knit 4 inches on 6s, so I ripped back, picked up the bottom, started knitting again yesterday, knit about 4 inches with size 6s and said, oh no, that's too small. So I ripped back a second time. The yarn is no worse for wear, definitely, and now I'm on size 7s and I'm going along. I need to do some sleeves, but this will be a 2T, 3T, 2 to 3. I think it's closer to a 3T looking at that chest, but that's one I will finish. And I knit all these baby sweaters to, I knit some of them to put in the shop, and then I knit a lot to give as gifts to friends. So my friends, my mom's friends, I will do matching hats for all of those too, because I think a set is really cute versus just a sweater. So there you go. And with using the Karen cakes, it's an 80-20 wool, no, 80-20 acrylic wool, so a smaller amount of wool blend. So it gives it a little bit of a worsted, rustic feel, having the wool in it. And because it's acrylic, it'll last forever and it'll hold up really well to be washed. So there's that. I think I told you everything. I think I was a good podcaster with all my details. I haven't had any coffee yet because Roland's at soccer. It's morning long soccer, so I've spent the week sitting at Starbucks downtown Portsmouth, people watching. Wow, I had no idea that the style was these little crop tops and extremely cropped shorts. I'm getting old at 37, but man. So I've been watching people. Guys and girls, obviously, and dogs, lots of dogs. Portsmouth must be really pet friendly as a location to bring your pets. But yeah, so I'm gonna go get my coffee and sit there and knit for a while too, but I wanted to talk to you first before it gets too hot. Right now it's 77, and that's like upper limit of Stephanie comfortableness. In the shade, it's okay. So I packed this whole bag to bring London to share with you guys, but I failed to bring sock blockers. So I do have progress keepers on these. So you saw these socks. This is Patton's Croix, and the colorway name is Turquoise Stripes. Patton's Croix socks. I got it in I know I got it in one of the big box, Joann's, Michael's. So that's where I was last week. I have turned a heel. Here, turned a heel. And started up the legs. So I use US size 1s. I do a 2x2 rib on the toe. On the top of the foot, and then I do stockinette on the bottom, and then I do a 2x2 rib up the cuff. Slip stitched heel by Wendy Johnson. This is my go-to heel, and this is my go-to sock. This is my version of a vanilla sock. I've knit hundreds of these. I really like the ribbing to give it some negative ease so it scrunches in. I've done a couple pairs, maybe 2 pairs of straight stockinette socks, which are so potato chippy and easy to knit, right? But for me, they don't hold on to my feet, and I don't know. I want the give that this has, right? Size 11 feet. I don't know. this works for me. So if you're not having luck with straight stockinette socks, try this. The other sock, here you go, you can see, oh no, I took it off. I was down here, but then I turned this heel as well. And I did, because I let the stripes do their own thing as it increased, right? So that stripe is smaller than the one below it. But I did do break off and do from the other end of the skein to do just the heel, this part, what is that, the gusset? No, I don't know, but that part at the bottom of your foot and then up the back of the flap. So, and there's the 2x2, the yarn is inside it, so it's giving it a little more shape. And there's my Merida Brave. I love it. And she matches so perfectly with my yarn. So, this week was all about the princesses in the shop, as you will see in the update. Princesses and bracelets. I put some bracelets together, so that was fun for me. Lastly, at the end of the knitting already, boom, just like that. The Fallen Cloud shawl by, who is this by? Lisa Haynes. So here's what I don't think the finished looks like. Is it focusing? I hope so. So this is the second one I've knit. The first one I followed the pattern. I talked about it. Triangle, equilateral triangle. I now don't remember the name. So this one I picked back up thinking about my stash dash. I'm using Madeline Tosh Dr. Zhivago Sky, which is Mad Tosh DK. And this gray is my favorite gray of all time. I have 4 skeins of it. It's beautiful. I got it at Webb's. I've used 2. I'm on my 3rd. And every time I do some striping when I'm changing skeins, but I don't think there's a drastic shift that you can see. So I've altered the pattern to make it more of a crescent. I absolutely love these 3 cables. They're so fun to knit. They're so easy to knit, and they look like $1,000,000. They really do. This hasn't been blocked yet, but gosh. So there's one, and then there's a cable on the edge, which just gives it this beautiful flowered kind of twisted edging. It's so pretty, so pretty. What else can I tell you about it? I have started, there's Progress Keeper right there. So at about that point, I stopped increasing and started drastically decreasing. So it's going to go down to a point, which is different than the pattern, but I think it'll be so much more wearable for me. It'll be more like a scarf, which I hate knitting and I don't really wear, but I like that crescent shape. So, isn't it beautiful? Oh, can't you just see me in this all winter? You're going to see me in this all winter, I'll tell you that. Oh, it's so lovely. So, I didn't put it too tight on you.
Okay.
Is it squishy?
No.
No?
Okay,
Are you going to turn around?
oh, I'm not going to be able to do this.
Okay.
It's going to go.
Are you ready for winter?
Yes.
Can you say winter is coming?
Winter's coming. I should put on my old jacket.
That's it. No, what size needles? Oh, I don't know. Oh, yes, I do. It says it. US 8s. 8s, even better. It's like a nice, big, chunky, so it knits pretty fast. So, I'm definitely going to finish this for Stash Dash. I had done, where am I? I did all that knitting on Saturday and Sunday, and then I just had to take a break. That was a lot for me to accomplish in a very short period of time. So let's move my keeper up right now. So it's all ready to go for next week. So yeah, what's going on with you? Are you enjoying your summer? I know I am. I am quickly approaching the last 2 weeks of summer to have Roland home, so he's getting the shade. Gonna be home with me, and we'll see how that changes things. Home with me all day, every day, which being a stay-at-home mom is a new thing for me, and my youngest son still goes to daycare full-time. So although we are, hey Seagull, talking about dropping him down to 3 days a week. So he will eventually be home with me. And then you will see more of Mr. Tristan and his crazy antics. Oh my gosh, he was so cute with his little fan dance this week. Trying to think, anything important happened? No, my father-in-law is coming to visit this weekend, so that'll be fun. We'll go play some Pokemon. I know, guilty pleasure. Anyways, so here we are. I hope you are enjoying what's going on in your knitting, wrapping up these last couple weeks of summer. Enjoy the warmth and the sunshine as much as you can, although I'm looking forward to fall. I am always looking forward to fall. Enjoy your knitting, and I'm gonna say bye here, and if you're interested in seeing a shop update, that's what's gonna follow. So take care, have a great 10 days or so until I see you again. Mwah! Love you, happy knitting. It says Portsmouth Naval Shipyard, which is the border between Maine and New Hampshire. In fact, it may actually be in Maine. There's always, or there was a dispute about it. I don't know if it was settled or what. This is where we are today.